Not only we've been interacting with some other interplanetary beings, but now you can invest in them.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just a real life street stars. You know what time it is.
So, in BH, Maverick, I get your take on this, and again, I just want to close it out. The human race has been around, let's say a few 100,000 years. Let's just say, started with just a few thousand people. Now we have 8 billion people, and you look at it that the plane was just invented in the 1900s. The car was just invented around the same time. The computer was just invented literally about, let's just say 60, 70, 80 years ago. This is very rapid progression. I forgot there was a movie one time that it kind of shows civilization, how quickly it's advancing. How much time, because again, we created the nuclear weapon, the atom bomb, just literally half a century ago. How much time do you feel we have left? Because technically the conversation we're having would be considered blasphemy, ludicrous 200, 300 years ago. 400, back in the medieval times, we're not talking like this. But things have come up so quickly where it seems like we don't have no longer centuries left. I mean, we might be up to we don't have millennia left. We may have just centuries left, maybe even decades based on the way life is progressing. Give me your take. And I'll start with you as far as how things have so far progressed with the human race as of right now.
Well, the thing is this. After Roswell, the crash that happened in New Mexico, our technology took a giant leap. Then, when it comes to having time left, like if you're a religious person, if you study the Bible like I did, they say before any type of cataclysm, we have to have 1,000 years of peace. I personally believe that for our species to survive, we got to become interplanetary. And I think we will be able to do that. I'm going to leave it to Maverick.
Come on. Thank you, BH.
No, either one of y'all can answer because I have one more question.
Thank you, BH.
Damn, where'd it go?
I mean, while you're getting that, I want you to answer what BH has answered. My same question I presented to you.
Yeah.
What do you have an expectation of the human race, and how quickly will we get to, again, because like you said, we're in the year of the, I forgot how you mentioned it, not the awakening, but we're,
Yeah, definitely that. I would say awakening if you want to call it that. But right now we're at critical mass. So what's happening right now with, spiritually, technology-wise, everything is moving faster, like you said, with, AI, we have a whole new financial system coming in. Right now, they have reverse engineered alien technology that they actually file with the SEC, so you can actually invest in a basket of technologies that's reverse engineered. This is going to be on the stock market. So not only we've been interacting with some other interplanetary beings, but now you can invest in them. So I feel like we are advancing in a way to where if it's handled carefully, then yes, then we're on the right track. But I feel like there's always an equal and opposite reaction to anything, right? So with innovation, you're gonna have a whole different group of people who wanna just steal, kill, whatever else, hold back humanity, whatever it may be. But I feel like we need to have these conversations so everybody can be on code, right? It just can't be a small subset. It has to be on a larger scale in order to be better off.
Facts. And last question, if you had the ability to, would you take your consciousness and put in a robot, or would you want to go calmly into the sky?
So are we talking about What type of robot are we talking about?
A sex robot, of course. No,
Are we talking about-
we're just talking about a goddamn computer screen, a la Captain America, where your consciousness and all your thoughts will live on forever, and someone could always come back and get your thoughts on things, and you're sentient as far as you could still continue to think.
I would say yeah.
Have you watched Pantheon on Netflix?
No, I haven't.
Okay, check that out. Then
Okay.
we'll come back to that. I have one question, and it's funny because Little Duval made a post. He said, "Yeah, I better get all the money you can because it's the last year you niggas gonna be able to make money." I was, and I was like,
Now, why did he say that?
why did he say that? Little Duval of all fucking
Okay, so he may put off to be, who he is, but he knows more than what he's saying. So he's talking about, I think, he's talking about the job market and AI.
Of course.
Okay, so in the next 12 months, AI is going to affect over 80 million jobs.
Correct.
Okay, automation. I did a video on my Instagram to where it showed thousands and thousands of stores closing. Okay, these are major box retailers. They're closing by the thousands, right? So when it comes to automation, if you're not reskilling, you will be left behind. So there's going to be a lot of jobs being taken. I've seen Amazon warehouses being fully automated. I've seen China factories called dark factories, to where it's robots building other robots in a dark factory because they don't need light, obviously, and they want to cut off the lights to save money.
Why would the human race cripple itself in this manner to where the wealth gap would be so large that it would basically throw us, some humans, into a place of like anarchy?
I feel like it's always been like that. We always had, kings and then peasants. We always had, the rich versus poor and whatnot. So it's a small group of people who own most of the wealth and the power. So again, if we're not careful, these people are going to continue to reign.
Because this is the way I see it, right? And I believe that at some point you would get to, if they don't actually have a floating castle, that the masses would just consume them. Because it just, there's a saying that says, as soon there will be nothing left to eat but the rich. So it's like you consume so much that, and you've left nothing for nobody else, that at some point you've made yourself food.
Right.
So
they always show you, again, going back to I always break down like movies, cartoons, music. So we're headed in a space to where, have you guys seen the old school cartoons, Flintstones and Jetsons? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's happened at the same time. Right. The poor people are on the floor, and then who's in the sky? The rich people. Mm-hmm. Okay, so same thing with Demolition Man. Who's underground? The poor people. Who's above ground? All the rich people. So that wealth gap is happening now, like it's further and further.
No fact.
Man, I just, I think it's going to, I just want to see if it turning like Ghost in the Shell and YNs are hacking robots and.
Yeah. Facts.
The next time you pull up to your Taco Bell and AI takes your order, tell them you want a human. We need to keep human jobs.
Yeah. I went to a Taco Bell and ordered from the little screen because they make you. Yeah. And then I watched.
I'm seeing more and more of that.
But check it out. Then a person ahead of me went to the register and got their food before me because they prioritized the human order. They prioritized the mobile order like it's like you coming in to get it, so they don't make it for like 10, 15 minutes. And they make the person who went to the register food right then and there.
That's crazy.
Yeah. With that being said, Maverick, for those who want to, again, follow the platform, tell them what the platform is, how often are you on, and exactly what they're about to get into when they come to it.
Yeah, so Maverick Approach on Instagram, MaverickApproach.com. That's my website. You can go there, get all your stuff there. And also on YouTube, you can type in Maverick Approach. TikTok is Mav Approach. On X is Mav Approach. And yeah, you can check me out there. Me and BH got a show coming out, so watch out for that. That's gonna be big. So yeah, we working.
I love it, man. And you're not a conspiracy theorist, but you're
Coincidence specialist.
Let's go. You already know what time it is, man. We got him in the building, man. The Maverick Approach. Big homie just walked off. Shout out to CC. And we got to say it, man. Y'all both are some real life street stars. Lego. Deep doop, deep doop.
Shout out Reallyfe street stars, nigga. Move. Hey.